involved, and we're trying to throw anybody in there just to be in a weight. Now he's come to Jesup to be able to fill the weights and have some real, true guys out ready to wrestle for Jesup.
Yeah, it's a good problem to have. We got 2 or 3 constant battles in the room. You got to prove that you're the guy, and that's only ends at the end of the year.
Really, the development of the youth program, and that's kind of where it really all starts. And we'll dive more into military today.
By supporting your team, respecting the abilities of the opposition, and the decisions of the officials, you can create an environment that is reflective of the community. Be a class and a game of sport officials. Now, the starting line at 106. Sully O'Neill for the Storm. Reagan for the Wolverines. The Storm is open for the Jayhawks. Aiden at 120 for the Wolverines. Colt Rogers. Garrett Bruner. Wolverines. Parker Pagel. For the Wolverines. The Storm is open for the Jayhawks. Trevor. Dax Wingman. At 1. The Jayhawks, Trace. At 157 for the Wolverines, Gavin. The Storm is open. The Jayhawks. 165 for the Wolverines, Joshua Arterback. Bush for the at 1 for the Jay at 215 for the Wolverines, Lou Texter. For the Storm, Logan Colby. For the Jayhawks, Drew Munson. For the Storm, Edwin Yank Wonkin. For the Jayhawks, Nick Tempest. The Wolverines are coached by Tony Norton. The Storm by Pete Bush. launch by Matt Gross. At this time, we would like to please stand and be recognized. Thank you. Please stand as we honor, paying respect to our men and women in uniform around the world who protect our liberties and way of life with the singing of our national anthem by Paisley Ekholm.
Very shortly at home tonight. Followed, I assuming, by South Hardin. The BCLUW will face off against Dike-New Hartford, and then Jesup will round out things tonight. So, head coach for Jesup, Matt Gross, assisted by Aaron Olasak, Stephen Arsenault, Jared Delagardelle, Caden Storr, and Joe Colin.
Yeah, it's about that time. It's good to be, like I said earlier, it's good to be back here in the Jesup gym under the spotlight and ready to put some points on the.
There's the Colts say that with Jesup Relling. He's a Jesup Jayhawk. Involved and really developed here with Jesup.
Years, Coach Gross has done a wonderful job of getting the boys in the room, get them to a point where the fans, they can put on a good show for the fans. It takes talent, it takes work, it takes bodies. If you don't there, and he's done a good job of recruiting the hallways and getting these kids.
He's talked in the past of, you know, when he got here walking and took an interest back in. Get a couple guys on the mat right now.
JV guys. Hartford. The couple basketball players we had on the team last year, and I want to say 4 of our state played basketball at some point from 6th grade to freshman.
That doesn't matter what the team history has been, they want to get out there and compete.
Yeah, so it'd be interesting to really see what the program, how high we can take this, if the kids can stay committed from their kindergarten years all the way through 8th grade and all the way into high school. If they can stick to the sport and keep working hard to see where our ceiling is really at.
Yeah, and as things evolve here, and if you're in Jesup or familiar with Jesup, there's some new facilities that are going up on the north side of campus with an auditorium and industrial tech and music facilities, and that's going to open up the stage in the North Gym. That's going to get expanded out to have a even bigger wrestling room up there for guys to practice.
Yeah, our mat
guys and gals to practice.
Yep, our mat space will pretty much double once we get the mats and the wall knocked down and new mats in there. Yeah, girls, hopefully we can continue our numbers in our mat club. I think we have close to 15 girls right now, K through 6. So hopefully we can establish those numbers and get the program back to here at Jesup. Right now they join up with Independence right now.
Yeah, when you look at just how girls has taken off here in the last 3 years, really, I suppose, we'd be getting into the second or third year of state-sanctioned girls.
I believe this is the third year.
Okay.
They just this is the first year that they just split classes, so there are now 2 classes in girls compared to 1 as far as the last couple of years.
Yeah, you just look at the popularity of what's out there, and it's been cool to watch and see it evolve as the guys meet on the mat down in front of us. Captain's out there and deciding.
It looks like we're wrestling BCLUW first instead of Dike. Starting at 132 pounds.
So BCLUW South Hardin, they've got a little further to come today, so they will face off against Jesup, quick turnaround, and then they will face Dike-New Hartford. Jesup will get a bit of a break there and follow back up with Dike-New Hartford. Wrestlers will be back in action at home on Thursday next week against Union. We'll have it for you in the Jayhawk Sports Network. And got in last year, the spotlight that we see shining down on the orange mat, kind of running out of the tunnel from the near side here.
Keaton on the shot right away.
132 pounds.
Coming out the back door for an easy 3-point takedown, excuse me. New rules this year, 3-point takedown.
Yeah, that's something that kind of came on here. It was last year or this year they put that in, the 3-point?
So there's a couple of new rules here. So we saw Keaton with the early takedown where 3 points now. Last year was only 2. And now the near fall has changed. You can either get 2, 3, or 4 near fall. And it looks like Keaton just secured his 4-point near fall with a little armbar tilt.
Talk through how that's determined.
So it just swipes. It's the number of counts. So here he's getting another count. Every count is a point besides 1. So once you get to 2, it's 2, 3 and 3, and then 4 and 4, essentially.
So go down to a fall in that first match in Keaton Jacobson against Connor Tecklenburg out of BCLUW South Hardin. And that's going to be in a time of 52 seconds, bring up 138. Again, starting at 132. Actually strike that back. Yeah, 132. Did have Cade Munson at Jesup beat Manny Vasquez in a JV type matchup. If I'm looking at that right, in an extra.
Yep, that is correct.
So that was the one we saw initially.
Kind of forgot that we are repping some new singlets tonight for the Military Appreciation Night, so I was looking for our blue and orange ones, but.
Trevin Delegardell comes out at 138, and he wins by default or forfeit. Take that team score 12-0 with Keaton Jacobson bidding Tecklenburg. We'll hit to 144. And it's something neat they've had. The kids line up when the wrestlers come out. They get to sit mat side down below us. As we see Caden Lang at 144 coming out, getting his hand raised. So quickly, 18 points up on the board. So 150 will be open, sounds like. Except Tice Larson will come out and get credit for that. At 150.
Keep that off. The music's gonna kill our show.
So Tice gets a forfeit win at 150.
The score is open for Jessup Renner.
So 157, Renner will come out for Jesup. And another forfeit win there. And we talked about, Jesup was on the other side of this 5, 6 years ago, 6, 7 years ago.
Yeah, about 5 years ago, I think we were probably at about 6 to 8 kids, so we couldn't really field the full team. So it's nice to have all 14 weights filled up and be able to put a good product out there for our fans.
So Max Soley will come out for Jesup against Ryan Bush of BCLUW South Hardin. And Max
early hand fight here in the contest. Front headlock by Max Soley. Slide by, go out of bounds, get a fresh start.
Max, sophomore for the Jesup squad. Bush, a senior at that 165-pound weight class.
Max into a high inside single to his left side. Needs to elevate that leg and dump it.
3 points there, face down.
He's got a far wrist. Looking for a butcher here. Key is to keep his chest and hips flat on the mat. Now he's got a near side arm bar, collecting his near fall.
Just followed through technically as he needed to.
At this point in the match with a minute left, he just needs to make small adjustments here in order to hopefully secure the fall. It's a good job of readjusting and keeping Bush's hips flat on the mat.
4 near fall points awarded to Soley. 7-0.
He's got another left arm arm ball here, but he's getting a little too high with his chest here. It's going to be hard to turn the guy's hips. Now he's in a real good spot to get the pin here.
And not going to happen before that buzzer. 4 more near fall. Take him to second period. Number of opportunities there, Levi, to get that pin, just evaded him.
Yeah, just had to make a couple small adjustments with his head and his chest level to put a little bit more pressure on Bush's chest area to lower those shoulder blades to the mat. Soley takes the bottom position to start the second period, gets right to his feet. He's got a whizzer going on here. Here's one of the new rules is we are still wrestling off the mat. As long as we keep 1 point of contact in, the match continues here.
Got the 2-point reversal, 13-0.
As long as he keeps one toe in bounds here, we're good.
Ryan Bush trying to rock out of it. He will go down. 2 minutes, 32 seconds is the fall. Keep building on that team total for Jesup. When you look at the success that's happened, so far this season, and it's got to have some positive mindset in the room, but also there's a balancing act in that too, I'm sure.
Yeah, the boys that just we focused on some smaller details of the wrestling aspect, whether it's the mental side of it, the physical aspect of it. If we can do the little things right, they're going to turn into big things down the line. So just focusing on the small things of hand positioning, feet, moving your feet, just the mental side of things we've taken the next step to be even more successful.
Braxton Cavalier came out at 175, raises his hand by forfeit, and we'll move into 190 pounds. Dax Youngblood Jessup against William Patterson, BCLUW. And Dax Youngblood coming in as a junior again at the 190-pound weight class.
Dax getting to the right side underhook, which he loves to be in this position. He's worked tremendously on improving his skill set from here. A little double under to a throw by. He needs to just sink his hips and lift. BCLUW is doing a good job of wizarding down and fighting this.
Worth that 3 points and the takedown.
Dax is riding the hips pretty hard, looking for a wrist to collect or an ankle. Got to keep that weight forward on the bottom man's hands.
And Patterson fully aware where he's at in that outer circle, and Dax certainly is as well, trying to pull him back to where he needs to be, and like you said, keep 1 point in.
Yeah, we have to keep Dax's right foot on the mat. Once it comes off the mat here, we're going to be considered out of bounds. So he did a good job of keeping that toe on the mat.
Stop that clock, 33 seconds, first period. And Patterson, the down position.
Looks like Dax is looking for an Easton tilt here. He's got the far wrist trapped. Now he's going, just stuffing the head and cranking him over. Dax is doing a good job of translating from one move to another if something's not working. Got the kid's hips broken down flat. He's working a crossface. Now the period runs out.
Tonight is senior night as well, so following this meet, we will honor the seniors on this team along with the cheerleaders and managers. Keaton Jacobson, Trevin Della Gardell, two of the wrestlers on there. Number of cheerleaders as well to be honored.
J.D. Sadler's another senior.
Yep, J.D. Sadler on there as well, yeah. Don't want to miss him.
Dax chose bottom in the second position to start, second period. Doing a good job of getting to his feet, but he needs to keep moving his feet away, keep running his hips away. Got a stall call on BCLUW and a locked hands call and a reversal. So Dax made most of that opportunity there.
Build them up 8-0 lead right now. And you really need to see Patterson keeps showing some effort, otherwise he's going to get a caution called his way.
Yeah, it's not a good look for him right now with his forehead planted on the mat and not getting his knees up. One more stall call from Patterson will result in a point for Dax. 2 stall calls equal 1 point. Dax has got 1 boot in. Was working a power half, now looked like he's switching over to a wrist ride.
.45 seconds More than halfway done with this one, at least time-wise. The Military Appreciation Night tonight, honoring any veterans that were in the crowd, and special singlets, and a lot of people decked out in the green Jesup Wrestling sweatshirts, T-shirts tonight in the stands.
So there's another stall call by Patterson, so Dax is going to get another point on the board. The next stall call is going to be worth 2 points, but we're not going to get there because we got a 4 count coming for a tech fall.
5 seconds, and they will hold that up. Does roll through. 4 near fall points, make it 15-0. And that'll be it. Tech fall, 15-0, builds that team score up. As we move on to 215 pounds.
215 pounds for the
Tech fall again at 357. Dax Youngblood with that win.
For the Jayhawks, Drew Munson.
Drew Munson will make his way out. 215 pounds. Get that red ankle bracelet on. And we'll see Logan Colby, BCLUW South Hardin, make his way out. Green ankle bracelet on that right leg. Little walk-on music. And ready to go. Quick, aggressive. Right away there, Levi from Drew.
Yeah, he went right to a blast double. Just couldn't run right through his hips, but then he gets to his lateral drop from an over-under situation. Something he's been working on all summer long, because I haven't seen him do that in the last 2 years he's been here.
Had quite a bit of time on the football field this fall. Drew did. Up 7-0 now. Takedown and the near fall points totaled. And we start at 132, and it's all been Jesup.
He's got a little suck back action right now with a bar arm here, looking for, should be a pin about here in a second. He's got that thing tight.
53 seconds is what that took. Drew Munson build that team score even higher.
It's good to see kids like Munson there come out and looking to score right away, not wasting time, feeling the opponent out, getting right to his offense and getting a quick 7 points.
Well, and Logan Colby, I don't think he was quite ready for it either. 285, heavyweight. Bring Nick Tempest and Edwin Wonkin for BCLUW out. Nick Tempest, sophomore for this Jesup squad.
Yeah, Nick actually wrestled this kid last year in the dual meet. Must have been a JV match, and he ended walking away with a pin. So hopefully we can get a similar result here.
Otherwise, what? J.D. Sadler be in this spot. He's out, not wrestling tonight.
Yeah, he's dealing with a little skin infection right now, so he'll be ready to go Thursday in our big duel against Nashville and Osage. There you go, Nick. You got an underhook right to a duck under. He's got his 3-point takedown. Now he's looking for a pin here. He's got to elevate his right elbow off the mat so it lifts the opponent's head. Once his head comes off the mat, that shoulder blade will go down. It looks like we got an illegal headlock.
4 near fall.
Yep.
1 point on the penalty. Will be awarded, but give credit to Nick Tempest getting after it.
Yeah, he's been working really hard in the room, working on those underhooks, those snap downs, and he did a wonderful job of using that underhook to get to where he's comfortable. Just kind of lost a little bit of control on the headlock.
And Nick's given up quite a bit of weight here, I would say, even when you look at Edwin Wonkin, of where he officially, I don't know where he weighed in.
Yeah, so Nick weighed in just north of 230, and Edwin weighed in at a full 283. So we're giving up close to 50 pounds. But as long as we know how to use our hips and our leverage and our speed, we can eliminate that weight issue. And he's got a half. In a bar.
Roll him again. And he gets it. 1 minute, 10 seconds. Nick Tempest. His teammates are happy for him on that sideline.
It's a good win for Nick. Build his confidence. He can be a good shoe-in when JD is out.
So 1 minute, 10 seconds. Nick Tempest. Now we'll hit to the lighter weights. I always find it interesting when we jump right from the heavies to the lights.
To the little guys, yeah.
Like, what happened? So we'll go to 106 pounds. Carver Hines against Regan 80. BCLUW, 106 pounds.
Good blast, low blast double from Carver. He's got all the tools to put something special together this year. Whether he just goes out and does it now is the key. Right to a armbar tilt.
Really watching again that point, keeping one of those parts of your body in that circle.
Yep, got our forward near fall, letting them up, going back right back to our feet. Right into another double leg.
Just catch and release.
Yeah, this three-point takedown now, you're going to see a lot more of this. Tech falls are going to come a lot quicker.
Yeah, you bring in some rules like that, really kind of changes some strategy, doesn't it?
Yeah, you're going to see a lot more wrestling from your feet. You can start separating the gap a little bit quicker.
16-3, definitely a big separation. And Reagan 80. 4 near fall, and that's a quick tech fall. 1 minute, 13 seconds. Carver Hines. That'll take team total up 64 to nothing. So yeah, you don't necessarily see that on your screens, ladies and gentlemen, as you're watching, but team-wise, 64-0 is where we're sitting at right now. Aiden Bergman comes in 113 pounds. He will get his hand raised. And move to 120 pounds. We'll see a match here. As Max DeVore, Garrett Bruner. DeVore out of Jesup, Bruner out of BCLUW South Hardin. Switch sides, switch colors. Give the home team the green. Right away, Max DeVore. Knee down.
Yeah, he's right into a double there. Just wasn't quite able to reel the legs in, so he works back to his feet. Max DeVore just made his way down to 120. Him and Cooper kind of flip-flop weights right now. Just put each other in a little bit better weight position for the time being. In on the legs again, but he stopped wrestling. As soon as he gets to the legs, he's not continuing to move forward, not drive. He quits driving his knees, quits driving his feet. Switch to a single leg here. Now he needs to elevate that leg. Now he needs to keep running his feet. Run, run, run. Oh.
53 seconds is what remains first period. Again, Max DeVore, Garrett Bruner, 120 pounds. One more to go.
He needs to get that leg out from between his legs. And he switches off to a double here. It looks like it should be a takedown. A lot of hard work there to get that first takedown, but sometimes it takes all that effort. He's got a right arm bar right here. Again, his chest is just too high. He's not going to be able to get those shoulders flipped very well when his chest is that high.
And it's going to be a tough one coming to the end of the end of the first period.
He was able to get, looks like, 2 near fall there.
Take it 5-0. First 2 minutes here in the second period, and DeVore will defer, give option to Garrett Bruner. He'll take down. Right after it.
Little roll action from Bruner on the bottom there. Wasn't able to clear his hips well enough, and DeVore was able to just follow around and remain on top. Again, we're doing a really good job of breaking our opponent's hips down, get them flat on the mat here. Not a whole lot they can do when laying on their bellies.
.110. Again, Bruner not really opening the door much for Max DeVore to take advantage of offensively.
He's doing a good job of keep building his hips, but Max doing a great job of staying behind his butt, using his knees, all that pressure forward of breaking his hips down.
Get a warning there for stalling down low on Bruner. Pushing 30 seconds left, second period.
Max has got his left arm trapped behind the opponent's back here. He's looking for a farmer or a little chest pressure. Max has got to get his hips up. He's lost his hips. Now they're stuck underneath Bruner, but he's got 8 seconds left to stay tight and not give up a reversal here.
End of that period, 5-0. It's the tightest match we've seen tonight. And I don't think the score reflects definitely what DeVore could be doing.
No, he's getting a lot of opportunities, but he's just not making the most of it. He's not finishing what he's starting. But he's got another 2 minutes to get back to work and look for some bonus points. Starting in the bottom position here.
Team-wise, Jesup was in the driver's seat, not too far into this one. 70-0 is the team score. Second dual meet will be BCLUW South Hardin against Dike-New Hartford. We'll have our senior night following this. And there's a 2-point reversal.
Hey, he was able to, Max was able to get to his feet. Just needs to keep working his hips away, keep moving those feet, work on hand control. We were luckily able to get Bruner in a bad position and clear our hips and get it back on top.
And then Jesup gets the nightcap of this triangular, Jesup and Dike-New Hartford. And it looks like they've got a full boat in their roster tonight, or at least in their lineup.
Yeah, I was talking to one of their assistant coaches, wrestled them a long time, Justin Marks, and he said they had about 30, 35 kids out to start the year.
Wow. That makes for a productive room.
Yeah, it's always like we had our conversation earlier about having depth, and depth is a good thing. It pushes kids so they have to compete every single day in the room. Somebody's always hunting for you for your spot. Looks like a stall call on Max DeVore, riding the hips. We gotta pick a side. Can't just lay on top of him.
30-second remain. Be one more weight class at 126 to follow this here at 120. Max DeVore, Garrett Bruner. And we're just going to keep the stream running, right, Anthony? All night, so it won't be any separate events for all three meets. Just going to be one solid one if you're wondering if you're going to have to reload or not. But the clock runs out, and 7-0 is the decision for Max DeVore.
Yeah, good win by Max. Obviously, there's a few things that we need to clean up and work on, but that's why we wrestle these matches.
So a major decision there, making it 7-0, actually a decision 3-0. And then we'll go to 126. Cooper Hines, Baker Pagel, or Parker Pagel maybe, is that right? Parker Pagel.
Cooper
Quickly getting after it.
Oh, go ahead, sorry.
No, just quickly getting after 3 points.
Yeah, Cooper got to his double leg. He's kind of opened his little arsenal up a little bit more this year. Looks like he's got a right arm bar with a wrist underneath. Looking to load him up into his hip here and get some near fall. And there's the fall.
Quickly in 30 seconds, that takes care of that. Cooper Hines with a victory. And Jesup has the advantage team-wise with a 79-0 score team-wise over the squad from BCLUW South Hartford. Kind of what you expected to see?
Yeah, for the most part. We came out ready to score. We came out, I think, basically in all of our matches, we were in a shot within the first 10, 15 seconds. So that's what we're looking for. We're always looking to put points on the board. The more points we can put on the board, the more opportunities we're going to have to get that pin, tech fall.
So they'll regroup here, and imagine we will get organized for senior night. But I'll quickly run through the results. Started this thing at 132 pounds. Caden Jacobson with a fall of 52 seconds over Connor Tecklenburg. Trevin Delgardell, 138. Caden Lange, 144. Tice Larson, 150. Wyatt Renner, 157. All win by forfeit. 165. Max Soley beats Ryan Bush in a fall of 232. Soley at Jesup. Braxton Cavalier wins by forfeit at 175. Dax Youngblood at 190 for Jesup. Tech fall 15-0, 357 over William Patterson. Drew Munson at 215. He wins by fall 55 seconds over Logan Colby. Edwin Walken, BCLUW South Hardin at 285. At heavyweight is pinned by Nick Tempest, 1 minute 10 seconds. Hit the lighter weights. Carver Hines beats Reagan 80. Tech fall 20-3 was that score. 1 minute 14 seconds. Aiden Bergman by forfeit at 113. Max DeVore, 7-0 decision over Garrett Bruner. That was our only one that went the full way at 120. And 126, Cooper Hines over Parker Pagel. 30 seconds. There was a JV match earlier. Cade Munson beating Manny Vasquez in a fall of 52 seconds. But yeah, saw some good wrestling. Some guys broke a sweat.
Yeah, I mean that's the point of the sport. Get out there, put some points on the board. Try to put the end of the match as fast as you can. Obviously, Max DeVore needs to work on a little bit more of his turns and finishes. But you know what? It's good to go 7 minutes, burn those lungs, because you know when we get down to the state tournaments, you're not going to have a minute 30 matches. You're going to go the full distance in 7 minutes, so you got to build that shape and be ready for a battle. Because when you make it to the state tournament, there are no bad wrestlers.
Let's turn things over to PA for senior night.
Jamin Lloyd, daughter of Angie and Kevin Overbrockland and Micah McCall Lloyd. Jamin has 3 siblings, Josie, Jerry, and Vivian. Jamin participates in football, competition, and wrestling cheer. Jamin is also a member of the Executive Student Union. After graduation, Jamin plans to attend the University of Northern Iowa and major in elementary elementary education. Patience O'Connor, daughter of Stephanie O'Connor. Patience has one sibling, Serenity. Patience participates in football, competition, and wrestling cheer. Patience also participates in Hope Squad, Women's Leadership, and Executive Student Union. After graduation, Peyton plans to attend Savannah State University to receive her bachelor degree in marine biology to pursue her future career as a coral ecologist. Carly Schutte, daughter of Aaron and Kristen Schutte. Carly has one sibling, Callie. Carly participates in competition and wrestling cheer. Carly is also a member of the Student Union and the Hope Squad. After graduation, Carly plans to obtain her real estate license. Serena Youngblood, daughter of BJ and Sarah Youngblood. Serena has two siblings, Sailor and Remy. Sienna participates in wrestling cheer and FBLA. After graduation, Sienna plans to attend Drake Law School to become a district attorney. Trevin Delagardelle, son of Chad and Tina Delagardelle. Trevin has two siblings, Jared and Riley. Trevin participates in wrestling. After graduation, Trevin plans to continue working for his and his brother's personally owned business, J&T Outdoor Services. Keaton Jacobson, son of Katie Schmidt, Jeremy Schmidt, and Chris Jacobson. Keaton has two siblings, Bentley and Harley. Keaton participates in wrestling. After graduation, Keaton plans to attend Central College and continue his wrestling career. J.D. Sadler, son of Joe and Elizabeth Sadler. J.D. has two siblings, David and Mary. J.D. participates in football, wrestling, and track. After graduation, J.D. plans are undecided. Thank you to our wrestling cheerleaders and our wrestling seniors and our cheerleaders for your support of Jesup Wrestling and the cheer program. Let's give them all a big hand. Now everybody turn around and face us so that they can see you on TV. Give them a big wave. Thank you very much. It's been fun announcing for you.
All right, those are our seniors as we honor them, and there's some guys down there and gals that have been a part of this program for a long time too.
Yeah, I remember Trevin and Keaton and JD wrestling when they were in the Little Tykes program, the Ironhawks, all the way back in kindergarten. A couple pictures just popped up on Facebook, memories of them at little Pee-wee tournaments, holding trophies, taking team trophies home. So they've put their time and effort into the sport, and it's paying off for them right now.
We will step away, and we will turn the speakers on, and actually the microphone on, the camera on, as we will see Dike-New Hartford and South Hardin BCLUW wrestle. Hoping to get Coach Gross up here during this match, and we'll talk to him about Jesup Wrestling. But stay with us. We'll be back more here on the high school, on the Jesup Jayhawk Sports Network. All right, welcome back on the Jayhawk Sports Network from Harlan Technology. I'm Nate Kleber, joined by head wrestling coach here at Jesup, Matt Gross. And Coach, you got the victory well in hand, his first one against BCLUW South Hardin, 79-0. But just talking about this one, then we'll get into some other things tonight and the season and the program. But your guys right off the whistle, they're ready to go.
Yeah, they're definitely fired up. Obviously, we just got off 2 weeks, or 3 weeks. We didn't get any wrestling in, so this is their first opportunity. So they're fired up. They want to wrestle. The practice room isn't any fun. So being able to go out and there's an awesome crowd here for everybody. So this is everything that they want. So it's been absolutely awesome to see them go out and hit the second half hard.
Well, let's talk about the first half. Let's talk about getting into – actually, let's rewind. Let's talk about ending the end of wrestling season, back in March, February, March.
Yeah.
What were you thinking, the 24-25 Jayhawk wrestling campaign? What was that going to look like?
We lost them. I mean, it's senior night here, and senior night last year was really tough. That was the first group of kids that really bought in. I said, hey, we would love to give everything and see where this can go. And they proved that if they spent 4 years and really got after it, they could do something really special. And last year, it kind of brought everything full circle. Watching 3 of those seniors place and Skylar Blade be right there and Ethan Crawl go down, and he was a 2-time state qualifier for us. That was fantastic too. So all 5 of them just did great things for us. They built that mentality. So just seeing them go out on the level that they did. Wrestling's a special thing where it's team, but they get to go do their own thing too. So they all, I thought, reached those set goals, and then as a team, man, it was a ton of fun. Watching you guys call state duels last year with the light on and the walkout songs and the place was just screaming, it was perfect. So now everybody was looking forward to having the same thing, light on, walkout songs, the crowd behind us. So that's honestly what we want to build, and seeing the 60 kids lined up tonight too. That starts not from just this year. That starts from all those years past, those kids buying in. So
well, yeah, you get into the spring, you get into summer. There's kids involved in tournaments in the club, but you're in your mindset, and this is what I've learned of you. You're always thinking of how are you guys going to get better? How's the program going to get better? What was taking place?
Yeah, so we knew we graduated 5 studs, and we knew that we had guys in our room that didn't have the chance to see the mat because there was so many studs last year. So you look at Max, and he's at 120 right now, and he's battling to find a spot. Gavin Bell didn't get a wrestle for us tonight. He's a state qualifier last night. So there was guys like that last year that were on the bench. Keaton Jacobson, Trevin didn't have a chance to wrestle postseason for us last year. So we knew that we were losing a lot of great guys, but we also knew that we had guys that would come in and really fill all of those weights. Skylar Blade, he could barely tie his shoes his freshman year. And we look at that kid, and then you look at Drew at 215, and I'll say it, he was 15-31 last year, and he knew if he found the weight room and he wrestled that he can change everything. And right now, I want to say he's 14-2, 14-3. He just puts so much work in, and he knows that that's the standard. And those are the kids that we have to have to build where we want to go. So look at JD.
You can only coach them so much. They got to want to start, right? They've got to want to initiate every day doing something better.
Yeah, and those are the guys that just continuously buy in. There's zero complaining. There's zero excuses. They're calling me and they're texting me and saying, hey, can I get in the room? Mitch is calling me, hey, can you let me in? I want to go get a workout with Drew. So his dad's up here, so they see it. They see that it's so much fun to win on a team level and just being, I mean, it's kind of weird to say, but being really selfish, saying, hey, what can I do to make myself better? And a lot of those kids bite off and they go to DC and all these clubs, and that's what makes them great too, because they go do that, and then they come wrestle those kids back in the room, and then everybody gets better off of it. So
well, and what you're talking about, that doesn't just happen. There's been some things that that you've set, that your assistants have set, that your other leadership on your team, that gets that mentality to kind of switch that to move forward like that?
Yeah. So it was set in the years past, but now this year it's even more. You look at the coaching staff on the side, and Kanan's not here tonight, but you see a world bronze medalist sitting there, and there's quite a few practices where Joe will take over and he'll say, hey, this is the standard, and you see that level just uptick too. So not only have we done it in the past where, hey, we set the standard where we're going to a camp every year, we have open mats twice a week all summer long, we're always working out, but now there's a different standard in the room. Man, we have these coaches with these pedigrees, and those guys, they build that relationship where they're like, man, I could do what he does. So now that mindset's, man, if Joe can do it, why can't I do it?
Sure.
So now we have guys trying to compete even at a higher level. So there's a ton more to come. I feel like we're just getting truly started with it. And our youth program with Coach Stevie is unbelievable too. So they're following suit. They're winning every tournament they go to. The numbers are unbelievable, and it's just a really, really fun time. So once you start having fun while you're wrestling, because wrestling's really hard, that's when things get special. Because to do something like this, go on a mat and compete for 6 minutes in front of everybody and get beat, that's one of the most difficult things for any kid. But once you have fun, like once you learn, like, hey, it's just a loss, I can reflect, but I'm going to go back to the room, I'm going to practice with everybody else, and you can have a great time doing it. It's just getting better. It's going from 15-31 to 14-3 the very next year, and having that pride. That's what truly makes it fun. So
well, and Levi and I talk about this because I've been up here for 10 years doing this stuff, and there was a year that I was like, we're not calling this because it didn't look good for us even to be up here, right? To do some of this stuff. It was almost what you were facing tonight when you look at your opponent, and the tide has turned.
Yeah.
The tables have turned when you look at the numbers, and that goes back to, as Levi and I were talking about, when you got competition in the room, it makes things better.
Yeah, yep. And it's just like you said, we had 7 kids out six years ago, and we were losing dual 79-0, right? And it was really tough. But once you start competing and having goals and having a vision, it's not just 2 kids on the team that have I can win mentality. It's 14.
Right.
So it's kids that maybe just came out their freshman year, but by the time they're a junior, they have that mentality. Hey, it's time to go on the mat. It's time to win. It's time to perform. And then once you can start counting on kids that maybe haven't wrestled their entire lives, that's when you can really start filling holes and having a ton of fun. Because we have a lot of kids that, they haven't wrestled since kindergarten.
Right.
And
but you didn't have those youth programs as strong 7 years ago.
No.
8 years ago.
No, that's us. Our Ironhawk program was fantastic for a lot of years, but just like anything, when you run anything on a volunteer basis, it gets really, really hard. Like, hey, you have to find a new set of dads, a new set of moms that want to come in and take over and do it.
And you got to get mat time.
You got to get mat time. It's just, if you sit back and look at it, it's like, holy smokes, you spend so many hours. I'll give a shout out to Doug Bergman. That man spends so many hours as the board president right now. The amount of texts and calls that we go through just to do fun things like this with the tunnel and the lights and the score towers, every little aspect of it that builds culture, he's involved in, and it is so much, but it takes people like that. He's been there from the start too, to build culture. It's not just in the room wrestling, it's a community. Our motto this year is homegrown, and what we mean by that is that we couldn't do what we're doing right now if it was just us wrestling up in the room. If there wasn't 400 people here wearing green, Jesup wrestling shirts,
sure,
it wouldn't mean the same, but the whole community is bought in. So when we say that is that it's not just the wrestling coaches. It's all of the fans donating money and time and support and asking what do we need. That's what's built this place. It's always been here. It just took a small fire to kind of light things up and really take off. And that's honestly, I think that's the most fun thing, is just watching the entire community back this team and love it. Like, I was going with the staff and I got a compliment that said, hey, what an unbelievable thing to be here, like where the program's at.
Sure.
And that's just another person.
It's not just, we got Jesup on the schedule this year. It's like, we got Jesup on the schedule this year.
And that's what makes it fun. And the boys feel it. The community feels it. There's expectations. So then you just keep wrestling harder and harder. And like I told the coaches, like I tell the kids, it has to start somewhere. Tradition starts somewhere. You could be good in the 80s and then it carries forever, but they weren't good in the 70s, right?
Right.
Somewhere it starts, and that's our biggest emphasis. Guys, it doesn't matter if it starts in 2017 or 18 or 19 or 20. At some point, some switch has to flip, and we have to build that when Jesup comes into town, you have to expect to wrestle really, really difficult matches, and that's what we want. Like, we're going to have up and down years. We already know that, but the goal is that we're going to go on that mat, and we're going to go toe-to-toe, and we're going to fight with everybody, so.
Well, let's get into what since you got in the room in November officially when you could, and hit the route, been on the road with tournaments and things like that. Talk about the season. Talk about the success that you've seen. I've seen the scores. I've seen some of the news on it. Just where things are at. Kind of reflect on first half of this season.
Yeah. So the first half of the season, we kind of started out similar to last year. We weren't ranked very high. We're kind of the outside looking in. We finished 4th at individual state last year. Obviously, there's 116 1A schools, so finishing 4th is pretty awesome for us.
Right.
State duels, we got 5th. And then this year we came in, I think we were ranked outside the top 10 once again, but we lost a lot of seniors. So once we came in, we had the opportunity to wrestle Lake Mills, who was ranked 4th start, and I think we beat them 46-22, 44. It was somewhere close to that. So that was really nice to kind of have that outlook, say, hey, this is where we're at, right? This is the top tier team. So we started building back into it. I think we're 12-0 on duels. We've won all the tournaments that we wrestled in, but the second half of the season gets really difficult. We see the number 1 team in 2A this weekend. This Thursday we compete against number 4 Osage. We're ranked 5th right now for duels, and then number 6 Nashua. So we're really going to have some awesome competition on Thursday, on Saturday, and every weekend moving forward too. Next week we get to host Union, and they're always tough. So we'll see them on Thursday, and then after that we really start traveling to some really big, tough tournaments. We look forward to it. I tell our guys there's no reason all 14 can't go to state. Like, there is an avenue for all these kids, and that's the true mindset for all the kids. They all think they can do it, and that's the right attitude. And we're looking to break every single record every single year, right? So we sent 9 to state last year. We placed 5, right? The goal is to send 14, but the boys know that we really want to break that 9 and place, more than 5. So I think we can do it. But 1A wrestling is really tough. It's really, it is.
Any class is tough, right?
Yes.
When you get into it. But head coach Matt Gross for Jesup, as we see the second meet of the night, BCLUW South Hart against Dike-New Hartford, as they'll work through. And then let's talk about Dike-New Hartford. What do you expect to see when you see them on the mat tonight with your guys?
Well, Dike kind of has that same mindset where they've built that football mindset. They come and they punch you in the mouth. They've been great at football for 10, 15 years now. Their tradition started, and with that, they breed some very big and physical kids there. So we know that every single match, they're going to come. They might not have wrestled their whole lives, but they're going to be very strong, physical. There's going to be some really tough matchups in those middle weight classes. They're bigger kids. I don't know what they have in the water over there, but I feel like they're all 6'3", 260.
There's something in the water over there. Between Dike and Grundy and AP.
Oh, man, there's some big boys. So we know that, at the 190, 215, 285 weight classes, there's going to be some really physical matches, and that's exactly what we really want to see. So I think 144 has a pretty tough kid. I think maybe that's this kid right here. I'm not sure. The scoreboards went out, but I think it's Weedman. I think it's
165, yeah.
But yeah, some really, really tough kids here. So.
Well, when you look at what you went through with the 79-0 win, how do you keep these guys the mindset? So where are they at right now, trying to stay in the mindset of you didn't have a match or you had a quick match, but you're maybe going to have a next match that's going to take a little more for you.
Next best thing. So this is an entertainment business. They want to put on a show. They know that the light's on, and they want to come out here and they want to wrestle. So I think Shooty's probably getting him pretty pumped up. He stays on them. He's letting them know, like, hey, just because you won your first match in 20 seconds, right? This isn't like a football game or a basketball game where you play for 48 minutes or 32 minutes, right? This is ever-changing. Every guy's different. Every strategy, every technique's different. So it's just bouncing back and winning the next best thing. So they might have won the first one, but this next one, like you said, there's going to be kids that can scrap, and we have to be ready off the whistle. Like you said, we looked really good off the whistle, but we have to keep that same pressure. So there's a little bit of a lull here. We wrestled that first duel, wasn't a lot going on. We're going to have a little bit of a break, so now it's a matter of, hey, can we get recentered, refocused, and ready to battle? And Dike has a full lineup, so that'll be fun to watch.
Well, I'll let you get back to work, and appreciate you spending this time with us.
Hey, shout out to you guys. You guys do fantastic. Thank you so much for covering it and covering all the sports here. Go Jayhawks.
All right, appreciate it, Coach. That's head coach Matt Gross as we thank him for coming up. Our next home tournament or meet will be on Thursday next week as Union comes to Jesup. We'll have for you here on the Jayhawks Sports Network. We're going to turn things, the microphone up so you hear PA. I can tell you right now on the mat, Dike-New Hartford, BCLUW South Hardin. They start at 138, and Kaizen Eberhardt, Dax Wheatman, Cale Jones, all Dike-New Hartford along with Gavin Gerbach, all winning by forfeit. Ryan Bush beating Joshua Utterbach of Dike in 39 seconds at 165. Campbell Gramer of Dike-New Hartford wins by forfeit at 175. And then Bryce Bass on the mat right now here at 190 facing William Patterson. You're listening to and watching Jayhawk Athletics right here on the Jayhawk Sports Network.
This one for the Storm at 215 pounds, Logan Colby. For the Wolverines, Lou Textor. At 285 pounds for the Wolverines, Kate DeBoer. For the Storm, Edwin Wankin. For the Wolverines, Sully O'Neill. For the Storm, Regan Eide. At 113 pounds, it's a double forfeit. At 120 pounds. For the Wolverines at Colt Rogers. For the Storm, Garrett Bruner. Wrestling at 126 for the Wolverines, James Winger. For the Storm, Parker Bagel. Wrestling at 132 for the Storm, Connor Tecklenburg. For the Wolverines, Carson Van Heiden. We'll have 3 JV matches now. JV match for the Storm, Holiday. For the Wolverines, Hyman. For Dike-New Hartford, Todd Dodd. For the Storm, Valapwell. Now wrestling. Kriegel for the Storm. Peterson for Dike-New Hartford. Cusera.
All right, back on the Jayhawk Sports Network from Harlan Technology. JV matches underway. Levi Vogel, Nate Clayberg, Anthony Bond. The upper patio tonight. Levi, we got some JV guys out there.
Yeah, Maddox Sorson's a freshman in for us at 132. Got in on an early takedown here. Maddox likes to work from his feet here, so he cuts and releases the Dike-New Hartford opponent.
Reed Cusera to Dike-New Hartford is his opponent.
Right into a carry. Missed the opportunity to put him to his back. Was able to secure the three-point takedown.
.46 seconds remains.
Looks like we got a little blood time for Dike-New Hartford.
I got to think of all the dual matches we've already had tonight. We haven't had, I don't think, any stoppages that I've noticed.
No, it's been pretty clean.
Dike-New Hartford and BCLUW South Hardin compete on that dual, second dual meet. Dike-New Hartford winning that one by a team score of 60-18. Elbert, Wheatman, Jones, Gerbach all win by forfeit for Dike-New Hartford. Ryan Bush pins Utterbach out of Dike-New Hartford. Kramer wins. Dike-New Hartford is a forfeit. Bryce Bass out of Dike with a fall. Wexter of DNH also with a fall. And JV's back in action. Okay, Maddox Thorson, Reed Cusera.
Max decided to go back to his feet, so he gave the 1 point escape. And that should be a takedown. Now we were getting near fall.
Four in the near fall. Give him 13-2 is the score. And back to the trainers. Lou Texter at 2:15, win by fall. And that last dual meet over BCLUW South Hardin. Tate DeBurr with a fall. Sully O'Neill, Dike-New Hartford with a fall. Nobody wrestled a 113. Garrett Bruner, BCLUW, the victory at 120. Parker Pagel with the victory at 126 for BCLUW South Hardin. And Carson Van Heiden at 132 for Dike-New Hartford with the victory. Breakaway from injury timeout. Reed Cusera, Dike-New Hartford, Maddox Thorson. Maddox a freshman, I believe.
Yes, freshman at 132. He's put a lot of time over this last summer, and it's shown in his wrestling abilities. Just, it's tough to crack our lineup right now.
4 seconds on that clock, and Maddox is going to run out of time, but he will not earn any points at the end of that. Approaching that tech fall. Maddox will take the up position. Start out the second.
Hard, heavy tie by Max. He goes slide by to a three-point takedown. That's his go-to move there. Now he's getting near fall. Match will be over as soon as the Dike-New Hartford kid breaks the pinning combination here. And there's the tech fall, 18-3.
So 2 points is all it needed. Close things out. In 1 minute 44 seconds is what that has taken for that tech fall. Final 18-3. Carter Peterson, Dike-New Hartford. Cade Munson of Jesup, I believe, will be coming up next. Jesup sporting the military singlet tonight. Dike-New Hartford in the blue with a white trim on the right side of your screen. And Cade Munson, Carter Peterson, I believe. So Rick Casera makes his way over to the trainers, trying to take care of a nosebleed as he went down to defeat in a tech fall, 18-3.
Another freshman for the Jayhawks, Cade Munson, younger brother of Drew Munson.
Both remaining on their feet. A handable color tie-up. Who's going to get the advantage?
Dykes they're out of bounds there. He lifted his foot. There should have been no takedown there.
Yeah, a little late on that call as he rolled out. So no points awarded.
No.
Or did they?
He awarded the three-point takedown.
Okay. Well, they had him standing up when they came back to the circle, so that made me wonder.
Yeah. That's the one issue I'm going to see with this new out-of-bounds rule is with only one official, it's hard for him to look for near fall, meanwhile looking for that toe to either stay on or off the mat, because once it comes off the mat, they're considered out of bounds. There's no cylinder rule like there is at the college level. Dike-New Hartford's got his leg laced inside, but he's getting a little out of position with his hip off the mat. Cade's got to work on getting his knees back underneath of him and getting back to his feet.
40 seconds remain, first period.
Stall call on Munson. Not sure I entirely agree with that, but he's got to show more improvement on bottom here.
And Munson's going to get caught underneath. Count goes on.
Yeah, he's just got to keep moving his hips, keep pushing with his toes.
12 seconds. So they'll close out the first period. 4 near fall points, build it up 7-0. And choice will go towards Munson, deferring. And he will choose down. So Dike-New Hartford's wrestler Carter Peterson will take that down spot.
Munson doing a good job right after whistle, breaking the opponent down, Got his head planted on the mat. Now we got to get to work on a wrist ride. If anything like the first period, they should be looking to hit him for stalling with his head planted on the mat for the first 40 seconds of the match, or of the period. Maybe I'm being a little biased, but.
A little biased, that's all right.
Munson's getting a little high with his leg ride. He needs to extend and get the Dike-New Hartford guy flat on his stomach here. He needs to work to a power half here to rotate his hips over. Right now he's just, there you go. Now he's on top of the head for his power half. He needs to keep working, pushing that head away. Keep pushing that head away and that shoulder will turn.
45 seconds, second period.
There you go, that's tight. He's close to a fall here.
And he'll get him. 1 minute, actually 3 minutes, 30 seconds is what that took for that fall. As Kate Munson victorious at the JV level here over Carter Peterson. 3:30. Aiden Reese at Dike-New Hartford facing now Gavin Bell.
For Jesup, Gavin Bell. For Dike-New Hartford, Reese.
Have one more after this one for JV, and then we will circle up. Captains will meet the officials inside the center circle and begin the final duel of the evening. Aiden Reese, Dike-New Hartford, Gavin Bell, Jesup.
Gavin into a single leg, looking to split the legs and pop his head out. Dike was able to have some heavy hips and able to rotate back to his knees and back to his feet. But Gavin's in a good spot here. Front headlock, he needs to look to score here. Keep his elbows clean and hit the corner. He's got a bow and arrow cradle, look like he's got it locked up. Now he needs to drive over that far hip.
Give him 3 near fall. 6-0. Or no, that was finally on the take.
Yep, that was just the takedown.
That was on the takedown. Worked hard for that.
Looks like he's got a bar arm on the right-hand side. And he just get out and run it now.
Gavin holding in.
Yep, he's got a toe planted on the mat. See, we got away with that one, but we should be out there.
So just because you appear to be in bounds, you still need to be touching.
Correct. So yes, in the high school rules is once your foot comes off the mat or your point of contact comes off the mat, you're deemed out of the cylinder. At the college level, if you imagine the cylinder of the outside circle going straight up, as long as you're inside that cylinder, you're still in. High schools is just a little bit different.
13 seconds remain this first period.
May have to refresh on that rule. Maybe I'm wrong, and since they're not calling it the way I see it, but. Looks like
Stop
we got
action.
2 near fall there.
Yeah, no, they're going to give any. I think right at the end of the whistle. He would have 1 more second. I think they would have gave it to him. It'll be Jessup's choice. Defer. Dike-New Hartford, he'll take up. Again with Carter actually with Aiden Reese.
Low ankle pick by Gavin. Well done. Right to his back, feet to back. Now he just needs to make small adjustments. Got 4 near fall there. Extends the lead to 14-0. And running another bar arm here.
Able to do it. Sticks him in 1 minute, 40 seconds. Aiden Reese losing by fall to Gavin Bell. Actually, 2 minutes, 40 seconds. 2 minutes, 40 seconds. Cooper Dodd, Dike-New Hartford, Wyatt Renner out of Jesup will close out our JV matches.
Wrestling for Dike-New Hartford, Dodd. For Jesup, Renner.
Cooper's in on a single leg here, head outside. Dodd was able to get his foot back to the mat. Cooper's looking to run the corner, but he's got to get his hips back a little bit. Good crossface here would go a long ways. Dodd on bottoms, working hard to keep that leg. Hoping for a stalemate, and there it is.
About 40 seconds, a little over 40 seconds off that clock in this first period. Big crowd in the gym tonight, Military Appreciation Night. A lot of green Jesup sweatshirts, t-shirts out there. Jesup Wrestling got the first dual win over BCLUW South Hardin 79-0, and they're going to stick around for the nightcap. Varsity will begin here shortly.
We're back in that front headlock situation. Cooper's got to use his hands here to clean his legs off, get Dodd off our legs here and run the corner. Looks like we were able to score the go behind, 3-point takedown.
Gonna be borderline getting a caution here, I would think. Pushing 10 seconds now, first period.
Yeah, both wrestlers are doing a good job to advance their position. Short time left in the period. Does look like we're going to score any more points.
3-0 is what will remain. Advantage to Cooper Renner. Renner will choose, and they'll go Renner on top.
Cooper doing a good job of breaking Dodd's hips down to the mat. Looks like he's got a half on the right side. Needs to keep searching for those wrists and roll them under. Dodd's got to be worried about getting hit for stalling yet. He hasn't worked off his belly in the last 30 seconds. Now Cooper switches to a half on the left side. There he's able to turn those hips.
111, 110 is what they'll say is left. So 3 minutes, 50 seconds is the victory for Cooper Renner on that fall. 251 technically is what they'll say. Cooper Renner over Cooper Dodd. And we will bring them back to bring the captains in and get ready for this varsity match. You know, talking to Coach Gross, and we talked when I had him here on up on the headset here, I guess during that second meet. This should be pretty competitive battle. You think when you look at both filled, but probably some really key matches in there too to look for.
Yeah, I was penciling through the lineup of Dike-New Hartford, and there are going to be some competitive matches. I see us taking care of business and handling what we should do, but they're gonna push us. They're gonna make us work for every fight, every match. So all 14 weights have to come out and be ready to go.
So we'll head to their sidelines, and we will get prepped. And it appears we're going to start at 144. Is there a little bit of allowances you get this point in the season when you're looking at the weigh-ins?
Yeah.
When does that come into effect?
Yeah, so that just went into effect as soon as we hit Christmas break. So once Christmas break hits, each wrestler or each weight class, you get a 2-pound allowance. So 106-pounders can weigh 108 now. 285-pounders can weigh up to 287. So little Christmas gift for the boys.
Sure.
And that 2 pounds can go a long ways.
It's easier to put on than take off, that's for sure.
That is correct.
So we all set to start. Dax Weidman out of Dike-New Hartford, 144 pounds, going to face Caden Lang. Caden ended up with victory by forfeit in the first duel tonight. And they will step in. Here's one of those former basketball players now on the mat.
Yeah, we lost Caden to about a year or two of basketball, but he came back to the right side of things, and
if you do say so yourself.
He's really shown some leadership skills over the last 4 or 5 weeks and been stepped up in the room and being a more vocal and an active leader.
Had a really good football season.
Was able to get to his head inside single and finish that takedown inside the circle. Right now he's looking to go back to his feet, look for another takedown here. Another head inside single, switching off to a double. Needs to come to his feet.
Brought him down hard, 3 points. (6-1) advantage for Caden Lang.
Now he's looking for some cheap tilts. He's got an arm bar with the leg in, just collecting some near fall.
Both these wrestlers are juniors. Can Dax in that top position. He's going to get 4 more near fall. Get in the black jerseys with the greenish yellow lettering trim. And Dax Weidman saw that line. He went for it, trying to roll through that.
Yeah, he's going to be able to get a fresh start here. Got 26 seconds left. He's looking to get back to his feet and put another point on the board for him. A little early jump on Weidman here. You get 2 cautions before you surrender a point.
You get eager, don't you, coming in, being in that position?
Yeah, I mean, you got short time left, so why not use one, try to essentially steal a point, put yourself in a little bit closer match. But Lang's caught him in some bad position here, put him right to his back, so he's going to collect at least 4 near fall, if not the fall.
6 seconds, and he's going to do it right before that end of that period. 1 minute 57 seconds. Caden Lang gets the first 6 points for Jessup with that fall over Dax Weidman. Got 150 pounds, and we expect to see Tice Larson out there facing Cale Jones at Dike-New Hartford, 150 pounds. Cale Jones, right side of your screen, blue singlet, white trim, Tice Larson.
Looks like Cale Jones is bumping up from 144.
Tice has that upper body strength. That's something he's taken full advantage of since he was a freshman in high school, kept building on that.
Yeah, he's really put his body in a great spot to be physical. He's got all the talent in the world. So once he figures out how to wrestle, he's gonna be a tough out for anyone.
Yeah, he's another basketball transfer in.
Yeah, he's only been wrestling for, I would say, 3 years. I think he started as a freshman, so he's relatively new to the sport. So it's kind of exciting to see where his athleticism can take him. Just right here, he just low blast double and just runs right through Cale Jones.
Jones turns out, gives up the 3.
Tice is just scratching the surface of what his wrestling skill set can be. He's got a wrist. He's looking Easton tilt here.
Took the nice risk on the roll there. Get the points counted. Roll through.
He's got to let go of that wrist to collect his 4 near fall.
7-0.
He could go right back to it again. Got it. Just got to tuck his head under and commit to it. Let go of the wrist, looking for a little cradle, but Jones is in a good, powerful position here to prevent any turns.
Approaching the end of that first period. Again, Tice Larson in the driver's seat. Things slowed down towards the latter part of that first period. Choice to Jesup, and deferring towards Dike-New Hartford. And they will say, let's go up. Both up.
Tice will take that all day. This is his A1 position.
Especially when you look at that, the strength he can handle on his upper body, as we were talking about.
Yeah, his size, his speed, his quickness. It's not a whole lot of kids can keep up with that. Dodd was on a shot, but wasn't a very effective one, and Tice was able to stuff the head and run the corner. Now he's got that tilt again. He just needs to commit to it.
Still holding that foot inside. 3-point takedown takes him 10-0. And I'm not sure Tice knew how far off he was on that line.
Yeah, that's one thing with just wrestling and getting used to it or being more aware is mat awareness, score awareness, time awareness. That just comes with mat time and matches.
When you get some mats that you're on, it changes color when you get outside that circle, so that helps a little bit, not just the blue line.
Yeah, back in that front headlock position. He needs to clear his right arm here. Doing a good job of circling towards it to clear it. But the Dike-New Hartford kid is just, he's clamping on, not really looking to advance his position. He's looking for a restart. One area where Tice can grow here is as soon as he puts his hands on him, he's got to be moving his feet as well to create an angle to look for that low blast double of his. Right now he's what we call staying on the train tracks, not creating an angle.
And they'll inch off out of the circle, bring it back to center, start him again. 10-1 the score.
There's that low blast double. It's a hard thing to stop when Tice keeps moving his feet. It's a great job of scoring at the end of the period too. Doesn't give your opponent an opportunity to counter.
End of the second period. And we will see points remain the same. 13-1 is where we're sitting. Choice to Jesup and Tice.
Looks like we're going neutral.
.144. Lang with the pin.
Yes,
second one tonight, Larson.
And there's the tech fall.
16-1 is what the final will be, and that's going to be 4 minutes, 10 seconds. Here's what closes out that tech fall, making it a 11-0 advantage team-wise for Jesup. Move on to 157. Expect to see Wyatt Renner out there. And Gavin Gerbach out of Dike-New Hartford. Wyatt Renner, junior on this team. Gerbach, a sophomore.
This will be a good test for Wyatt. Gerbach's probably arguably their best wrestler on their team. He ended up pinning Max Soley a couple times last year, ended up getting third at the NICL conference tournament. He's got a long history of wrestling in his family, so he's well aware of what the sport takes. Front headlock position by Gerbach here. Renner wants to control that left elbow and work back to his feet here.
Gerbach on the off. You can see he's on the offense, and Renner's playing defense right now.
Yeah, we're just trying to survive the position here, hopefully for a stalemate or get back to our feet or even drag into it good. That was a nice little drag go behind, but we just ran out of real estate. Wyatt needs to get to his offense. He can't be sitting on his heels. That's where we're not good. Got to be acting. Can't be reacting. A little slide by Gerbach for the three-point takedown. Gerbach working on a butcher here, claw ride. Keeping that weight on Renner's hands. It's hard to be explosive, hard to come up to your feet when all your weight is on your hands.
30 seconds here, first period. That's what remains.
Wyatt needs to find a way to get that arm back and build his hips here. Hopefully we can sneak out and escape, but it looks like we're giving up near fall now.
He'll find escape out, but not quite far as he wanted to get. And the clock is his advantage. 4 near fall goes up on the board against Renner. So Gavin Gerbach, again the sophomore, with the advantage. So 3-0 is that score.
Should be 7-0.
I think they're still, they will say 7-0 advantage. Working through, making sure that's right in the scorebook and on the scoreboard. Start the second period, advantage Gerbach. Takedown, 4 near fall.
Wyatt started in the bottom position here. Not showing a lot of promise right now of moving his knees and getting to his feet. There he does a little better job of create some action. He let Gerbach tie our wrist up here. Got to get our wrist clean. Gerbach's got us in a tough position here. Going to get 4 near fall at minimum.
Four there. 11-0.
Gerbach's getting a little high here. We're in a decent position to create a scramble. We just got to keep building our hips up.
47 seconds remain, second period. The advantage since the beginning has been with Gerbach and Wyatt Renner.
Needs to look and see where he's at and get a fresh start here. Just take your left foot. And that's what we're talking about, mat awareness. All you have to do is take your left foot and just scoot it out.
Yeah, he was kind of having tunnel vision just to try and get out of where he's at, not necessarily seeing where he's at.
Not saying we're trying to evade action, but let's get a reset, a fresh start.
Three seconds remain. Close out first two periods. But you got to give credit, Levi. Renner keeps fighting through it. He's not giving up.
He's finding a way to stay in this match. And even though we're down 11-0, with the 4 near fall now, it's not too much. We're still in shape here to mount a comeback, but we got to pick up the action. We can't be giving up our arms like this right here. But he's
just looking to get loose, right?
Yeah.
Just find that opening.
Just trying to find some space to clear our hips. But Gerbach's doing a good job of staying tight, staying under the arms where he's not putting himself in a dangerous position. But again, we got our arms tied up, and it's hard to do things when we don't have any arms.
Minute 12. That's all that goes. Renner, got to see some action there down low, don't you, Levi?
Yeah, he's probably going to get hit for stalling here within the next probably 10, 15 seconds if he doesn't get his hips up. Gerbach's looking to get to the tech or to the pin to get some extra team points for Dike-New Hartford. Close the gap on the score a little bit.
11-0 advantage, Jesup. This is the third match of this duel.
It's a good job of fighting off your back there, Wyatt.
4 near fall, that is going to take it. That should be 15.
Yep.
So tech fall. And he talked about that in our first duel. Just the way the scoring has changed from the 3-point takedown to the 4-point near fall. You get to tech fall a lot quicker.
Yeah, so even with just going off the takedowns, instead of getting 15 takedowns to get a tech fall, you only need 7. So you eliminate the amount of opportunities that you need to put a lot of points on the board. That's a good job by Wyatt Renner, though. Even though we got teched 15-0, you saved a team point by fighting off your back there. Instead of giving up 6, we only gave up 5. So
11-5 is that score. Team-wise, as Levi mentioned, Joshua Utterback, Dike-New Hartford here, 165 pounds. He's going to face Max Soley for Jesup. Soley is a sophomore for this Jayhawk team. What do you expect to see here, Levi?
Well, I didn't have Utterback down, so it looks like they were bumping some weights around here. Looks like he's a 57-pounder going up to 65, so they must be shuffling their lineup around or giving some kids some extra matches.
And you can see Soley's giving up a little weight here, too, and some muscle to Utterback.
Yeah, so he's got him in a neck wrench, cow catcher situation. I think we secured our 3-point takedown. Now we're working on near fall.
I think he's still waiting to.
Yeah, we got our 4 near fall and then 1 escape on loss of control.
Give credit to Soley for getting after it. And Utterback in the blue singlet. Definitely challenged. Like you said, he's wrestling up. 3 near fall, 3 takedown points, 10-1.
Max has got some boots in here, got his right leg in. He needs to focus on staying behind the arms here and staying tight. He's got to work on pushing this head away here. and rotating your chest back on top, just like that.
1 minute, 20 seconds. 22 seconds is that pin as Joshua Utterback for Dike-New Hartford loses to Max Soley. Moving to 175, expecting to see Braxton Cavalier coming in here at this weight class. Again, a luxury in this duel is every weight class, both schools have somebody in that slot. So Braxton Cavalier facing Bryce Bass, or Bass, or Bass, or Bass.
Yeah, not sure.
One or the other. Bass, maybe.
About the first kid I have had some notes on. Looks like he's a freshman. Looks pretty talented. Placed 5th last year at AU State, so that's, as an 8th grader and weighing 175 pounds and placing that down at the state level, he's got a well put together body.
Braxton Cavalier, he's not playing defense. He wants to go after just as fast as Bass does.
Yeah, we're in a front headlock position. Bass looked like he was attempting a shot, but it got extended. Well, we got blood time.
So your second blood time of this dual setup. I guess we saw it in the JV end of things. So we'll send a Dike-New Hartford's wrestler Bryce Bass over to the trainers to get taken care of. Looking ahead to the schedule for Jesup Wrestling. Coming up on Thursday, travel up to Nashua Plainfield. Who else is a part of that meet on Thursday?
Yeah, that's going to be
Osage?
Yes,
is in that one.
That's going to be a good one. So if you have no plans on Thursday, drive up to Nashua for 5:30 dual start. We got Nashua Plainfield, Osage, St. Ansgar, and Janesville. So there's 5 teams for 4 dual matches. Nashua and Osage are both in the top 7, so we've got a top 7 showdown on Thursday night up in Nashua.
And head to Mac Valley for a tournament on Saturday.
Yeah, and then we got the number 5, number 6 team in 2A there. So our schedule gets pretty darn tough here over the next 2-3 weeks. So I think the boys are ready. We're excited. We're ready to see where we're at as a
Well, you can't quite wait till you get to postseason to see how good you are.
No. We got a little situation going on here.
Cavalier hanging on tight.
Bass is
and still looking for a score in this one.
Yeah, nothing. We're in a decent position as long as we build our hips up. But Bass is in a good position to score.
Still has 18 seconds. Still in a neutral spot. Do not see takedown awarded yet.
Nothing yet. Braxton needs to work on rotating those hips down, and we got bailed out by a stalemate call.
Last 8 seconds. And we're going to see him just work through this one and reset for the second period.
Dike-New Hartford defers to start the second period. Braxton's going to go underneath. Got to be explosive off the whistle here. We got to be the ones creating the action. Doing a good job of keeping his hips underneath of him. But he's got to put something, he's got to put 2 things together. Right now it's just one. Referee's paying a little close attention to see what's going on here. He's got a bar arm here.
And Braxton got loose.
Yeah, he made a little minor mistake of reaching back, and that gives Bass a half, but Bass is getting too high, and we reverse him almost right to his back, but he's got to Look, we had a chance at a lose my thought here process here.
2-point reversal gives Cavalier the advantage. Again, 2-0.
Braxton was able to do a good job of exposing Bass's his mistake. Now we got to capitalize on it and ride him out here. We got about 45 seconds left in the period. We got to finish on top. Braxton's down on a single leg, but he's got to continue to work here. We're going to hit for stalling here. He can put him right to his back here. Wasn't able to keep that hold.
Give credit to Bass though. He was looking for an outlet.
He was looking for that reversal, but Braxton did a good job of keeping his weight and keeping his leverage into Bass, so he couldn't use his hips.
10 seconds where they close out this second period. Again, 175 pounds is where we're sitting at right now.
Again, we're being lazy here. There should be no loss of control.
Dike-New Hartford head coach Tony Norton questioning some points, so
yeah,
he'll come over to the official to talk in front of that scorer's bench.
He's looking for a loss of control, but I don't think it was there. We still had control of the head. We're still in control of our front headlock situation, so. But we can't put ourselves in that position when there's 10 seconds left in the match, or in the period.
So injury time will start. Braxton Cavalier as he heads over to the training staff opposite of our point. Was there a question over there? Can he not get coaching during, when officials are talking to the coaches? Can he go to the sideline? I'm trying to see what the conversation over there with Coach Gross and the official is.
I think Gross was trying to talk to his athlete while the Dike coach was questioning the loss of control, and the assistant ref came over to kind of keep everything together, so I don't know what the exact conversation. Normally, there's sometimes you can have those conversations. Sometimes
Sure.
They don't allow it. It's depending on the ref, depending on the situation.
Yeah, we're alternating refs as we go from weight class.
Bass is doing a good job of getting to his feet. Braxton needs to do. He was able to get an escape here. So we got a 2-1 match with 1:40 left in the match.
We've had Lang win by fall, Larson win by a tech fall, Wyatt Renner losing by a tech fall, Max Soley winning by a pin at 165, now 175. Bryce Bass, Braxton Cavalier. Another stalemate.
Braxton was in on a good shot. Just needs to keep moving his knees, keep coming to his feet on that. It's hard to finish when we're keeping our chest down. Looks like conditioning's not in our favor right now. We're getting a little tired.
Yeah, you have the entire Dike-New Hartford bench trying to coach Bass into spinning him around. And you're right, I don't think he's got the energy necessarily to do what he needed to do.
No, he's still got time. He's got 45 seconds left. He's got to create some action, hopefully a reversal, or get to our feet and get a late takedown to seal the match. But we got our arm trapped on our back and then not in a very good advantage position. Now he's got a farmer locked up, and that's it.
5 minutes, 34 seconds is what that fall was. That will give Dike-New Hartford 6 points and make it a 17-11 dual meet score. And we'll move to 190 pounds. Expecting to see Dax Youngblood make his way out.
At 190 pounds, Gavin Hines for Dike-New Hartford receives the forfeit.
So we'll see a forfeit there, 190.
Yeah, I'm not
Gavin
sure.
Hines.
Not sure what's going on with that. Maybe it's just a little precaution. Precautionary with Dax, so this duel meet's probably not going to be close, so no reason to push it if he's got some nagging injuries or whatever the case may be.
17-17 as we'll tie things up in the dual meet. Move on to 215. Drew Munson slated to be in that weight class. And Lou Texter, senior for Dike-New Hartford, facing off for Dike-New Hartford against Drew Munson. And last time up, Drew Munson beat Logan Colby, BCLUW, in a fall in 55 seconds earlier tonight. Right out of the gate, they're getting after it. Like Lou Texter goes right after it.
Drew was on a hard right collar tie, got into a leg attacks, but kept his right elbow up, and Texter was able to wizard out of it. I think Texter was probably game planning for that after watching Drew's first match, so he probably sensed that coming. Now he's in a single leg.
Yeah, slipped up, tripped up on that mat, and quickly taking advantage of it, Lou Texter gets him down, gets the near fall, gets the stick in 40 seconds. Just got tripped on that one.
Yeah, good shot. Just kept our elbow up, and that's been one of our problems with Drew, is that when he shoots, it's a good shot, but if you leave your elbow up like a chicken wing, that's when you're going to get thrown. He got caught in an underhook and put right to his back.
So Dike-New Hartford takes advantage and is ahead on the team score right now, 23-17, moving into our heavyweight. And we will see a gentleman that got a victory last time out, Nick Tempest, got a pin against Edwin Wonkin in 110. And tonight he's going to face off against Tate DeBurr. And, Tempest gave up some weight in that last one. Giving up a little weight here, too, and some height.
Yeah, he actually wrestled DeBurr last year in our dual meet, and unfortunately we lost by fall.
But give credit to Tempest. He keeps attacking.
Yeah, he's really improved his hand fighting skills right here. And collar tie, as you saw in the first match with him, he was able to get to an underhook and duck under, but now DeBurr was able to get to a low ankle and get to his takedown.
3-0 after that takedown.
You don't see too many heavyweights shooting below the knee, but DeBurr is one of those more athletic heavyweights.
Well, he's got the long arms, long legs, try and get that done.
Yeah. He's got our arm trapped behind our back. The ref is watching that closely. As soon as it comes off the back, it's potentially dangerous here, but he's got a farmer locked up.
And a rolling.
Yeah, that's tight.
1 minute, 9 seconds. Another 6 points on the scoreboard for Dike-New Hartford, 29-17, as we enter our lightweights. Go to 106. Carver Hines will make his way out. And giving up 6 points at 190 in that forfeit. That hasn't helped the team.
No, it's a 12-point swing, but we're coming into the meat of our lineup, so we should be able to get some of these points back and really starting to widen the gap.
Carver Hines at Jesup. And a freshman facing Sully O'Neill at a Dike-New Hartford. He's also a freshman for Coach Tony Norton.
There's a low blast double from Carver Hines.
I'm not sure O'Neill had even time to listen to the whistle.
He's got a bar arm on the right side, looking to either stack it up or pull it into his hip here for some near fall. Just got to get a little bit tighter into your lap.
Definite knowledge of where he's at on that mat. Keeping him in. Holding position, near fall. Going to see 4 on the release.
Yeah, right back to this. He's going right back to it. He's got the looking for a cross-face cradle here.
And looking to bring him up. Rolls through it.
2 count. Yeah, you got a quick 2 count on it.
40 seconds remain, 9-0. First period. 106 pounds. 5 more after this one.
Again, he's got that bottom wrist arm bar. Looking to load it up into his lap or just run it here. He's got to hit a big knee slide with his inside knee.
Approaching the end of the period.
Got another quick 2 count there.
Take him up. 11-0. And it'll be the choice of Dike-New Hartford and Sully O'Neill. He will come into that top position here with 2 minutes fresh on that clock. And Hines looking to jump quickly out and try and get the escape, if not the reversal. And O'Neill.
He's in a real tough spot here. Carver just needs to keep working, put him in a bad position here.
Turns out 13-0. Just wanting to get him on his backside one more time. Get those near fall points. Ended with a tech fall is where he's at right now. Nice to get a pin to close in that team score a little bit more, where we're down by 12 right now. Like you said, you're in the meat of the lineup.
Yeah, it's one of those things, again, match awareness of what the score is. Once you get him on his back, and then you got to make small adjustments to look for that fall. But we also have to secure a win, though, first. We can't be just looking to roll around and get put onto our back either. So got to be smart, but also aggressive at the same time.
And it's got to be some time here before O'Neill hears from the official.
Yeah, he's not doing much to build his base here.
See some action underneath.
He's just kind of looking to not get turned again.
Get the escape. That'll be the first point he's seen. 12-point margin.
Carver's got about 30 seconds to go get a takedown here to get the tech fall.
Bring him up.
He's in a waterfall position, looking to hook that ankle and pop your head out.
Under 8.
Yep, he's got to hustle. Got to hustle. That should be 2. That should be 3. We're hooked.
No points at the end of that.
No,
or
we got the takedown.
They did do the takedown. All right.
That was good work by Carver with less than 10 to go get a takedown to end the match, 16-1.
So that will tighten that margin a little bit more. Carver Hines, tech fall 4 minutes over O'Neill, bringing in 113 pounds. Slated in that lineup is Aiden Bergman, who just had a forfeit last time out.
Yeah, I don't think Dike has a 13-pounder.
So that will tighten things up a little more here. No one in that slot, as you said, 29-28. Bergman didn't need to wrestle tonight. Forfeited the first meet and also here in the nightcap, 120 pounds. That'll bring in Max DeVore.
At 120 pounds for the Wolverines, Colt Rogers.
So Colt Rogers, a freshman for Dike-New Hartford, facing Max DeVore. And DeVore, as I mentioned, a junior on this team.
Let's see if Max can do a better job this time of finishing the shots on his feet. He needs to, when he gets to his legs, he needs to keep running. He's kind of pausing, and that gives the opponent time to react and square back up.
DeVore went the distance with Garrett Bruner. He was the only match they went the distance against BCLUW South Hardin. Had a 7-0 decision earlier tonight.
Looks like he's on a single leg. Looks like he just needs to run around and get his 3.
Take down, 3 points on the board. Into 120 right now, 126, 32, 38 to go on our weight classes.
It's like Max has got a bar arm on the right side looking to run it, but his chest is getting too high. He needs to use that inside knee to run his body first instead of his chest. It's almost like a little baseball slide with your knee.
.28 seconds, first period.
Looks like he's got a 2-on-1 on the far arm to a Butcher. But he needs to break the Dike-New Hartford guy down to his belly before he can run this.
Don't see much action here as we close out this first period.
It's a good job of ending the period on top, holding the Dike-New Hartford wrestler scoreless.
We knew this was going to be competitive. It certainly has been.
Yeah, Dike's always got a strong team. They've always got kids that are willing to go to the distance and fight for every point, fight for every position. Max was able to get to his feet and get that 2-point reversal. Now he's got to find a way to get to a turn. He's been riding both kids relatively tough tonight, but in order to separate yourself from the good competition, you got to be able to turn, guys.
Official really focusing in there, seeing.
Yeah, we got that arm pinned back, and it's just a little dangerous position on the elbow. So
So that's what he's watching. He wants to make sure that's not going to go.
Yep. Once it comes off the bat, he's got that thing locked out, the farmer, and it should be over right here. Yeah, it puts the elbow in a really tough position once the hand starts coming off the back vertically. So just keeping everybody health and safety is his primary goal there.
So that is a victor by fall. Max DeVore will give Jesup the lead back after 3 minutes and 1 second fall at 120 pounds over Colt Roger. James Wingert facing Cooper Hines at 126. James Wingert out of Dike-New Hartford.
Looks like Dike-New Hartford's got a lot of young kids, a lot of freshmen, a lot of sophomores so far. So they're gonna be pretty tough to contend with over the next 2-3 years.
Cooper quick out of the gates, drives forward, gets the takedown quickly on the mat. Not enough, actually we'll see 3 points go up, but he's going to keep driving forward.
I know Cooper was looking for the fastest fall record, which is, I think it's like 6 seconds, 6-7 seconds last weekend, so.
Well, that's going to take 44 seconds, actually 24 seconds. I'd imagine Brian Sadler's probably right in there on one of that.
Yeah,
that
Brian
records.
Sadler, honestly, I think it's Bo Westfall.
Okay.
With 6 or 7 seconds, which takes a lot of talent, takes a lot of luck too, to take someone down, put them to their back, and hold them there in that short amount of time.
Cooper Hines defeating James Wingert, fall of 24 seconds. So Caden Jacobson, who started things off, we started off at 132 in that last duel, facing Carson Van Heiden. Carson Van Heiden, 132 pounds. 2 total weights to go before we close out tonight. And Caden Jacobson, he's not slow out of the gate either.
No, he's in a front headlock position and got a deep underhook on his right side, going double unders now. He can attack the lower body from here.
Quick takedown, near fall points coming. If not the fall.
He needs to take that left arm forward towards the kid's head. That will put that shoulder blade down.
1:24 remain first period. We're going to see 4 points regardless. As it appears, Van Heiden almost rolled through there.
He's doing a good job of not getting pinned here. He's almost out of the thick of things, but.
And that'll be it. 59 seconds is what that took. .59 seconds. Caden Jacobson with that victor. He won by a fall in that first duel. And our final match of the night on the varsity level, Kaizen Eberhardt to Dike-New Hartford against Trevin Delagardelle, one of the seniors on this team for Jesup.
It's a good way to end senior night with a senior taking the mat. He didn't get a chance to wrestle in the first duel, so we'll see if he can put on a show for his fellow teammates and family. It's controlling.
So Kaizen Eberhardt, he had some control of that head initially.
Yeah, Trevin likes to be in this outside collar tie, outside elbow control where he can get to his ducks. He gets to a high C from the left side there.
And Trevin can hold a pretty good base with his size and his strength.
Yeah, he's hard to score on. I've put my hands on him a few times in the room, and he can scramble with the best of them.
Working on that outer circle here. 1 minute to go, first period. 138 pounds.
He's probably looking to score with his underhook here to high crotch. He needs to keep knee sliding and reload his hips.
Three-point takedown, award that to Trevin Delagardelle. Dike-New Hartford sent him over. If anything, we haven't seen Jesup over on that sideline with the trainers tonight.
Yeah, just the one with a little injury time with Braxton Cavalier. Must be under the weather or out of shape. had to take a little injury time and clear his thoughts.
So clean up Trevin Delagardelle as well. Thanks everybody for joining us on the Jayhawk Sports Network tonight. I'm Nate Klaber against Levi Vogel. Anthony Baugh running the controls tonight.
Off the restart here, Trevin's doing a good job of keeping the pressure forward, following here, staying behind the hips of Eberhardt. Another good job of Jesup wrestler finishing the period on top, not allowing Dike to score at the end of the period.
Choice of Jesup, and they will defer to Dike-New Hartford, and we'll go neutral up.
Little elbow pass from Trevin. Needs to follow that up with a shot or a go behind. Again, he likes to be in this little elbow control, outside elbow. Looks he's going to go high crotch to the left side or even duck. Shot attempt from Trevin, no good though. Didn't really clear the head hands of the Dike wrestler. Now we're looking go behind, short drag.
Good energy from Trevin.
Yeah, we caught the Dike wrestler not continue to wrestle, and he was able to get the pin.
And that closes it out. 2 minutes and 53 seconds. The senior wins on senior night, Trevin Delagardelle. And Jesup victorious as a team, 52-29. And a quick run through of how things went tonight. Kate Lang defeating Dax Wiegman, fall 158. Tice Larson, tech fall win in 4:11. Gavin Gerbach defeating Wyatt Renner in a tech fall, 5:26. At 165 pounds, Max Soley by fall 122. Bryce Bass beating Braxton Cavalier by a fall of 5:34 at 175. 190, Gavin Himes wins by forfeit for the Wolverines. Lou Texter beating Drew Munson by a fall 40 seconds. Heavyweight, Nick Tempest falls minute 10 in a fall. Young weights, lighter weights, Carver Hines with a tech fall, 4 minutes. Aiden Bergman with a forfeit. Max DeVore fall to 3:01 at 120. Cooper Hines 126, fall in 24 seconds. Jacobson fall to 59 seconds at 132. And just saw Delagardelle with a fall 2:53. There's a trend in there. I don't know if you picked up on that or not.
A lot of pins.
A lot of falls.
A lot of pins.
But that'd be a team goal, I think, in there was something like that. I remember that from last year, keeping to build on it into this year.
Yeah, so obviously the last couple of years we've done pledges for pins, which is a little fundraiser we do to help support our wrestlers by able to provide equipment, provide training opportunities. So we have generous donations from the community, from families, from friends. For every pin, they can donate a penny, a quarter, $1. So it's a good opportunity to go out there and execute our plan, execute the highest level of wrestling, and hopefully be rewarded with some extra opportunities outside of the wrestling room.
Well, Levi, thanks for being up here tonight on the upper patio. I'm going to miss you next week, but maybe we get another dual meet this year.
Hopefully we get a host regional.
And shoot for something like that.
Yep. So it's thanks for having me, and we'll see you soon.
All right, thank you, sir. We appreciate everybody joining us on the Jayhawk Sports Network tonight. Again, Jesup winning both dual meets, 79-0 over BCLUW South Hardin, and defeating Dike-New Hartford 52-29. Our next broadcast comes up on Thursday. We'll be up here, boy-girl basketball doubleheader against Grundy Center. We'll have it for you right here on the Jayhawk Sports Network. For Levi Vogel and on-site producer Anthony Baugh, I'm Nate Clayberg. Get from the upper patio here in the South Gym. Jesup goes 2-0 tonight in wrestling. Watch this entire meet again on replay on our Facebook page or on our YouTube channel. This is the Jayhawk Sports Network from Heartland Technology, music courtesy of bensound.com. Go Jayhawks, and good night.